children, so allow me just to do this. So I might have to be right back for a second, but again, the screaming was an awful time. Quickly, I can deliver it as well as I ask people don't go anywhere.
The bell rings. The Bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack. There's a kick. Black Mass. Lights out. That's one hell of an exclamation mark. Going for the cover. Solo shoulder for death.
Big time win in this tag team match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black.
Folks, y'all, let me just be right back.
Let me just find something to whack on in the background, guys.
251 of the craziest conspiracy theories. We will go over alien theories, government projects, cover-ups and secrets, cryptids, cold case theories, and so much more. So let's get started with aliens are in the ocean. This theory explains that if aliens are already on Earth, they're probably not
Ice in their veins. That's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the Bloodline. Cole. There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. The lights are out for Sikoa. He's got it down. Here we go. Teammate intervenes just in time.
Underwater bases or alien technology down there. And
turn out the lights. The party's over. Looking for the pins out for Black.
Got it. What a match and what a great team.
I mean, let's see that even our best.
Here are your winners. The team
use this to their advantage. You know, if they have advanced ships that can move underwater as easily as they do in the sky, I mean, they could travel around the world completely unnoticed. Now, these types of crafts, they call them USOs, or unidentified submerged objects. I mean, there are stories from, Navy pilots and sailors who have seen strange things shoot out of the ocean at impossible speeds, or, dive straight into the water without making a splash. The theory says that these aren't man-made. I mean, they're alien.
The Bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out.
That could put Solo down for good.
Going for the cover. Solo shoulder for down.
Why did he do that? Like we got into it.
Comes out on top in this tag team match.
Here are your winners.
To underwater tunnels or ancient alien cities, hidden inside trenches or under the ice in places like Antarctica. And because we explore space more than we explore our own oceans, the theory says that aliens can easily stay hidden and they can study us and they can move around without being caught. So instead of, looking in the sky, the theory says that maybe we should be looking in the water. The multiverse theory. The multiverse theory takes a completely different approach from the fixed timeline.
Ice in their veins. That's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the Bloodline. Cole. There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. Now that's how you put the nail in the coffin. Right to the cover. Solo shoulder for down.
Scores the win. What a great team. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team.
If you travel back and change something, say you prevent that building from burning down, you don't erase the fire from your original branch. Instead, your actions, cause a split, creating a new branch where the building never burned. You now exist in that new branch, while your original one continues on as if nothing had ever happened. In this way, paradoxes are avoided because you don't disrupt the events that created you. You simply move to a different version of reality where those events never occurred.
The Bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again inside the ring.
The latest incarnation of the Bloodline only has one motive: total destruction. Doesn't matter who you are, you
there's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. Give Black to put into it. Good defense from going to the cover. Solo shoulders are down.
Instead, every possible variation exists.
Wyatt got the cross. It's hooked in.
There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out.
That has to be the end right there. And staying with it into the cover.
got it. Big time tag team win. I see how it is. Going to take any shortcut to bypass a clean competition.
There's nothing wrong with a shortcut, Saxton.
The Bloodline taking the loss in this one.
Never a good thing when the Bloodline doesn't get their way.
I'm so sorry
There
that
will
happened
be
to
hell
Jack.
to pay for this.
I've been really, really not myself recently. Well, not recently. It's been like this for a while, yeah. I just wanted to...
The bell rings. The Bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That Pac-Man. There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. Alistair just turned the lights out. This could be it. He could win it all here.
Big time win in this tag team match.
Here are your winners. The team of Alistair Black.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the Bloodline. Cold-blooded, remorseless, and willing to do anything to stake their claim here. There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out.
Nobody's coming back from that.
Into the cover. This might be it.
And they score the win. What a tag match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
The Bloodline got bested in this one.
The Bloodline is incensed. They really thought they had this one in the bag.
Well, no disrespect to the Bloodline, but we all know what they say about assuming.
The Bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. And there's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. Put a bow on it. This one's wrapped up. And he's into the pin.
Got it. What a match and what a great team. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
Huge win here in six-man tag team action. Never a good thing when the Bloodline doesn't get their way.
There will be hell to pay for this.
This idea has massive implications for both science and philosophy. It essentially means that there is no single real version of events. I mean, there are infinite realities, each as valid as the next. It also suggests that history isn't something set in stone, but more like an endlessly forking path where every choice, every accident, and every random occurrence spins off into its own universe. If the multiverse theory is right, then time travel isn't about rewriting your past, it's about exploring the infinite what-ifs of reality. Every decision you've ever made...
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the Bloodline. Cold-blooded, remorseless, and willing to do anything to stake their claim here in WWE.
Come on, Cole. That's what the Bloodline has always been about.
There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out.
Does that close it out for Black?
Going for the cover. Solo shoulders are down.
And it's over. Big tag team win there. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hogan.
Pretty wild. They knew about 9/11. Alright, so this conspiracy theory focuses on the idea that certain people within the US government or intelligence agencies had advanced knowledge of the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks, but allowed them to happen in order to achieve larger political or military goals. The theory claims that in the months and even the years leading up to 9/11, intelligence agencies had intercepted communications and basically gathered reports warning of an impending
The bell
large-scale
rings. The
attack
bloodline will
involving
surely be
airplanes.
looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack. There's a kick.
Lights out. Feeling like it's over for Sakura.
This could be it.
Scores the win. What a great team. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and
security laws. I mean, the Patriot Act, for example, that, gave the government broad surveillance and law enforcement powers, was passed shortly after the 9/11 attacks. The wars in Afghanistan and later Iraq are also seen as part of the plan, with 9/11 providing the public outrage and support needed to carry them out. I mean, it's exactly the same thing that we just talked about with Pearl Harbor. Now, there's also a focus on financial activity before the attacks. The theory points to unusual stock trades involving airline companies and insurance firms in the days
The
before
bell rings. The bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack. There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out.
Did Black just put an end to this? Oh, cover. Hoping to end this. Got it. There's the winners of the tag match. It's hooked in deep.
here are your winners. The team of
the attacks in progress. The idea is that 9/11 was not just a surprise act of terrorism, but an event that was knowingly allowed to occur, so it could be used as a trigger for major political, military, and economic changes, both in the United States and globally. Project Mannequin. Project Mannequin is described as a secret program run out of the UK, mainly connected to underground facilities near places like Peasmore in Berkshire. The theory says it's
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. And there's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out.
Black might have brought this to a close.
Cover. Late in the match.
That's gotta be it. Comes out on top in this tag team match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners.
Break and then
The team of
isolation and psychological conditioning were used to split their personalities into different compartments. One part of the mind could be a normal everyday person, while hidden personalities could be programmed for missions, for intelligence work, or even for psychic experiments. Now, what makes Project Mannequin stand out is the claim that it also involved genetic manipulation. Now, some accounts say that DNA from abductees or non-human sources was used to enhance certain
The bloodline looks as
Others
menacing
talk
as
about
ever as they
microchip
prepare to establish their
implants,
dominance once again inside.
nanotech,
There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out.
Does that close it out for Black?
And Hulk
Got the cover. This might be the end.
He makes the pin. He keeping his team in this one.
It's hooked in deep. That could put Tama down for good.
The thing about six-man tag matches, they tend to get wild. Going for the cover. Single and shoulders her down.
Got it. What a tag match we just saw.
Here are your winners.
Mannequin ties up the idea of people being used like lifeless dolls, basically just bodies to be programmed, closed, and discarded when, no longer used. The theory, many of the subjects didn't survive the process, and those who did lived with fractured minds, memory blackouts, or just sudden breakdowns. So Project Mannequin is the idea of a British underground program to build a generation of programmable humans, part mind control experiment, part genetic engineering, and part military black project. It sits at the crossroads of MK Ultra, super soldier rumors, and abduction stories, all basically just wrapped into one big theory.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cole, there's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. Does that close it out for Black? Going for the pin for the win.
Wow, got it. Big time tag team win. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
Nice
Nice teamwork by these three to pick up the win.
Tonight was not the Bloodlines' night, and there's no way they're going to just accept that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not.
The figure looked a lot like an astronaut, even though space travel was brand new in the 1960s, and nobody in the area would have been dressed like that. And to make things stranger, Jim later said that men who claimed to be government officials visited him, asked questions about the photo, and then mysteriously disappeared without leaving names or contact details. Some versions of the theory connect the figure to UFO activity reported in the same region at the time. There were also claims that missile tests in Australia had to be stopped because figures similar to the spaceman were seen there as well. Nazi Base 211. Now, during World War II, Nazi Germany poured resources into
The bell rings. The Bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack.
I am going to totally get a good hit on the girl. The boy. And down there. He died. Yeah, that would be going to be closer to it.
The idea comes from real German expeditions to Antarctica in the late 1930s. Germany actually sent ships and planes to map out parts of the continent, and they claimed a new territory called New Swabia. Now, because of that, people began to wonder if they had set up more than just a research station there. Now, the theory says that when the war was ending and Nazi leaders saw defeat was coming, they moved advanced technology, weapons, and even high-ranking officials to this Antarctic base. The idea is that these submarines carried supplies and people through secret under-ice tunnels and into hidden caverns.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the Bloodline. Cold.
There's a
kick. Lights out. Will that be the deciding factor? He covers. This is it. Just escapes defeat.
And Bray just taunting his opponent now.
Another reason the theory spread is because of Operation High Jump in 1946.
I don't think Sokoa is aware of the danger that's coming.
There's a kick.
Brought this to a close. Is that all she wrote for Tom? Scores the win. What a great team.
Here are your winners.
The Navy encountered something unexpected. The Nazi Base 211 is the theory that Nazi Germany escaped total defeat by setting up a hidden Antarctic base where leaders, scientists, and advanced technology survived. The story ties together the real German expeditions, unexplained submarine sightings after the war, and the mysterious U.S. mission to Antarctica. It's the idea that the war didn't fully end in 1945, but instead continued in secret.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the Bloodline. Cold blood. There's a kick in the lights out. No, it's a that's going to do it. Going to the cover. Shoulders are down.
And that's it. Scores the win for the team.
In the case of a nuclear accident. Now, some people say that they connect key parts of the city, like the Redstone Arsenal in nearby Huntsville, and even stretch towards other states. Now, the idea really started catching attention when people began claiming that they'd found sealed-off entrances, strange air vents, or heavy...
Welcome back to Behind the Crime Scene. Today, we need to talk about something Vicpol is doing that honestly doesn't add up. And I think a lot of you watching already know what I'm talking about. It's been 80 days since Desi Freeman allegedly shot 2 police officers at his property in Wapunka. 80 days, nearly 3 months. And just recently, Victoria Police...
The bell rings. The Bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That Pac-Man. There's a kick and lights out. The lights are out for Sokoa. For the cover. Solo shoulders are down.
11:45 a.m. on August 26th, 2025.
Got it. What a tag match we just saw.
But here's the thing. I'm doing acoustic testing 80 days later. I've followed 30 plus rounds to figure out which direction Desi ran. And if you're really just tracking his escape route, why wait nearly 3 months when the trail is stone cold? A lot of people are asking the same question I am. Is this really about finding Desi Freeman? Or is this about something Victoria Police doesn't want to admit? Let's talk about what might actually be going on here. Let's start with what Vic Pole is telling us. On August 26, 2025, around 10:30 in the morning, 10
The bell rings, the bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack mentality in full force here.
You have to remember,
There's a kick and lights out.
will that be it? Will that be enough? This has to be it.
And it's over. Big tag team win there. It's hooked in deep.
A third officer was
Here are your winners. The team
This
up.
is
Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt.
of Mount Buffalo National Park, and he's been missing ever since. Now, at approximately 11:45 a.m., that's an hour and 15 minutes after the shooting, someone reports hearing a single gunshot in nearby bushland, specifically around Barrett Lane and Rayner Track. Fast forward 80 days. Victoria Police returns to the area and fires over 30 test shots of different calibers into the bush. They're using specialized acoustic...
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick and lights out.
The lights are out for Sokoa.
Going for the cover. Solo shoulders it in.
We got already.
Comes out on top in this tag team match.
When the search is active, when time matters.
Here are your winners.
Don't wait
The
nearly
team
5
up.
minutes. Someone could be anywhere in Australia or dead in the bush, unless you're not really trying to figure out where Freeman went, unless you're trying to figure out something else entirely. What really happened at 10:30 a.m.? Let's talk about what we actually know about the shooting itself, and more importantly, what we don't know. 10 officers arrived at the property, 10 armed police officers for a search warrant. That's a significant...
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. And there's a kick and black mass.
Lights out. That's going to keep Sokoa down.
He's making his move.
For the win.
Got it. There's the winners of the tag match. It's hooked in deep.
He'd made threatening
Here are your
posts
winners.
online.
The team up.
He rejected government authority. And they thought thug wasn't needed. The officers arrived around 10:30 a.m. There was an argument at Freeman's bus, where he lived with his wife and 2-year-old child. Then shots were fired. Here's what we don't know. Who fired first? How many shots were fired? Where were the officers positioned? Were they clustered together? Were they spread out? What was the tactical approach? We know
The bell rings, the bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack mentality in full force here.
You have to remember, Colton.
There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Feeling like it's over for Sokoa.
Going for the cover. Solo shoulders it in.
Got it. What a match and what a great team. It's hooked in deep.
Here's the question. But I think
Here are your winners.
might be
The team up. Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt.
never say it publicly. Were those 2 officers killed by Desi Freeman's gun? Or were they hit by rounds fired by other police officers in the chaos of the confrontation? This is called friendly fire. It happens. It's a tragic reality of armed confrontations where multiple people are shooting in close quarters in high-stress situations, with officers potentially in each other's lines of fire. I'm not saying this is...
The bell rings, the bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack... there's a kick and black mass. Lights out. Business here is all over. Flip going for the cover. Solo shoulders it in.
Wow, got it. Big time tag team win. It's hooked in deep.
Everyone's adrenaline...
Here are your winners. The team up. Alistair.
Is it possible that not every round fired came from Freeman's weapon? The ballistics would tell us this. Bullets have unique markings based on the weapon that fired them. If you recover bullets from the victims' bodies, you can determine which gun fired them. This testing would have been done immediately. It's mandatory procedure. But those ballistics results, not public. They're part of an ongoing investigation, we're told. They'll come
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again.
There's a kick and lights out. Checkmate. It's over. He's got it down to the pin. Got it. Big time tag team win. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Alistair Black.
Here's exactly what happened. Here are all the shots that were fired. Here's where everyone was positioned. Here's the timeline. And here's the thing about that mystery gunshot at 11:45 a.m. Over an hour after the shooting, police are publicly saying they want to know if that was Freeman, where it came from, whether it indicates his escape direction. But there's another possibility nobody's talking about. What if that 11:45 a.m. gunshot...
The bell rings, the bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack meant...
There's a kick and lights out. That could put Solo down for good.
This is it. He could put him away right here.
And it's over. Big tag team win there.
But when you look at the time...
Here are your winners.
The
team of
delayed acoustic testing and the way Vicpol is handling this investigation, it raises questions. Let's talk about Desi Freeman himself for a minute, because I think the mainstream media and Vicpol have painted a very one-sided picture. Yes, he rejected government authority. Yes, he had confrontations with police and courts. But let's look at why. Desi wasn't always like this. He worked as a landscape photographer. He had a family.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again inside the ring.
The latest incarnation of the bloodline only has one motive: total destruction. Doesn't matter who you are, you whip.
There's a kick and black mass.
Lights out. Deep breath. Just put an end to this.
Here's the pin attack.
Got it. What a tag match we just saw.
Here are your winners.
Did he have legitimate grievances
Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hook.
10 armed officers showed up at his home where his wife and 2-year-old child were present for a search warrant, not an arrest, a search. From Desi's perspective, I'm trying to understand his mindset here. Armed government agents showed up at his home to search for evidence of crimes he maintained he didn't commit. He saw this as persecution, as tyranny, as exactly what he'd been warning about.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again.
There's a kick and mass. Lights out. Feel like it's over for Sokola.
Going for the cover. Solo shoulders it down.
They've deployed hundreds of officers.
And that's it. Scores the win for the team. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of
This is the largest manhunt in Victorian history. But they won't tell us the ballistics results, who fired first, how many shots were fired in total, the tactical positioning of officers, whether Freeman actually hit anyone, what the third officer who was wounded actually saw. There's footage from before the shooting that they've confirmed exists. Have they released it? No. They called it
ice in their veins. That's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cole. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. Alistair just turned the lights out. He's got the shoulders down. This is it.
The search has been scaled back.
Got it. What a match and what a great team. It's hooked in deep.
He's been dead in the bush for 3 months.
Here are your winners.
And they know he's long gone. And this whole operation is about controlling the narrative. Let's get back to this mysterious gunshot at 11:45 a.m. that triggered all this acoustic testing. 1 hour and 15 minutes after the shooting at the property, someone hears a single gunshot in nearby bushland. Barrett Lane and Rayner track area specifically. Vicpol says they want to know if this was Freeman, where he was, which direction
Ice in their veins. That's
They're
perhaps
asking
the only way
anyone
to
who
describe
heard it
this version
or
of the
fired it to
bloodline.
come
Cole.
forward.
There's a kick and blood mass. Lights out. That's a game ender, gentlemen. Going for the cover. Shoulders are down.
Allegedly flees into desperation. Police are
Comes out on
responding.
top in this tag
Helicopters are
team
being
match.
deployed.
It's
The
hooked
area
in
is
deep.
being locked down. And 75 minutes later, he's fired
team
as
up.
far as his
Alistair
finger.
Black.
What purpose would that serve? Is he shooting at pursuing police? Then why only one shot? Is he signaling someone? Is he hunting for food an hour after killing 2 cops? Or is there another explanation? What if that 11:45 a.m. shot wasn't Freeman at all? What if it was a police officer, maybe the wounded officer, maybe another officer, firing a weapon in a way that
The
needs to
bloodline
be
looks as
explained?
menacing as ever as they
What if
prepare
the
to
acoustic
establish their
testing is
dominance
trying
once
to
again
establish
inside the
that,
ring.
yes,
The
a
latest
shot
incarnation.
was fired from that location at that time.
Black
Here's
turns
how
the
we
top.
know it was.
There's a kick and blood mass. Lights out.
Did Black just put an end to this?
The official explanation doesn't satisfy me, and I don't think it satisfies a lot of you either. Why this matters.
Got it. There's the winners of the tag match. It's hooked in deep.
This is our game.
Here are
Even
your
if
winners.
friendly fire was involved, Freeman fired first. He's still responsible, but it matters for several reasons. First, the families of Neil Thompson and Vadim DeWart Hottart deserve to know exactly what happened. If friendly fire was involved, they deserve that truth. Second, if the tactical approach was flawed, 10 officers clustered at a doorway, inadequate risk assessment, no SOG deployment when dealing with a known anti-government extremist, then Victoria Police needs to learn from that so it doesn't happen again. Third, if Freeman is being blamed for deaths that weren't entirely his fault, that's a
The bell rings. The
miscarriage of
bloodline will
justice.
surely be looking to run
Even for
roughshod in this
someone who
match. That
allegedly
packed.
committed violence.
There's a kick and blood mass. Lights out. That's got to be the end right there.
He's going for the cover.
Victoria Police conducts secretive acoustic testing 3 months after the fact.
And they steal the win. What a tag match.
And gives explanations that don't make logical sense. People
Here are your
stop
winners.
trusting them.
The team
Where is
up.
Desi Freeman?
Alistair Black.
So where do
Bray
you think
Wyatt.
Desi Freeman is
And
now? 80 days later, policeman? I think there are
That's a big
3
victory for these 3 here tonight.
realistic
Never a good thing when the
possibilities.
bloodline doesn't get their way.
He died in the bush
There will
within
be...
days or weeks of the shooting, either from injuries, exposure, or possibly suicide. The terrain is brutal. He's 56 years old. He had limited supplies. His body is in terrain so difficult that even extensive searches haven't found it. If this is the case, Vicpol knows it or strongly suspects it, but they can't call off the manhunt without a body because it would look like failure. Second possibility, he escaped the area.
Ice in their
early,
veins. That's
possibly
perhaps
with
the only
help.
way to describe this version of the
moved the
bloodline.
terrain
Cole.
into the
There's a kick and blood mass. Lights out. Alistair just turned the lights out. Going for the cover. Shoulders are down.
Big time win in this tag team match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team up.
But it could take years. Third possibility, and I think this is least likely. He's still in the area being supported by someone. Given the scale of searches, the attention, the reward money, this seems almost impossible unless he has an extremely loyal support network. What happens next? The investigation continues, officially. The manhunt is scaled back but ongoing. The $1 million
The bloodline
reward
looks as
stands.
menacing as ever as they
Eventually,
prepare
there
to
will be
establish
either
their
a trial
dominance once
if
again.
Freeman is
There's
captured
a
alive,
kick and blood
or
mass.
the
Lights out. That's going to keep Sokoa down. And retaliates with a counter. Going for the cover. Shoulders are down.
That's when the full sequence of events is reconstructed. That's when we get
Bray
answers.
Wyatt locks in the claw. This is agonizing.
It's
We're left
hooked in
with
deep.
Did Bray end it there?
and a lot of unanswered questions.
Trying to wrestle
The
through their
acoustic
opponent's
testing is
arm,
just the
had the
latest
arm
example.
trapped.
They tell us it's about
And a
tracking
series
Freeman's
of
escape
vicious
route.
stomps.
The timing,
Narrowly
the method,
escaping
the
there.
secrecy. It all suggests there's more to this story than
Seth
we're being told.
He's already feeling the
Take a
effects.
look.
Bray
No
proving there
story
he's
is
just as dangerous as
sympathetic
ever.
to Freeman or too critical.
And it's over. Big
I'm just
tag
asking
team win
questions that I think
That's going
need
to
to be
fire you up
asked.
with anger.
2 officers are dead.
Here are your winners.
That's a tragedy, but that isn't exactly a 3rd officer was wounded and will carry those scars forever. But if we're going to understand what happened, if we're going to prevent it from happening again, if we're going to restore public trust in law enforcement, we need truth, not narrative control. The acoustic testing 80 days after the fact doesn't make sense as an effort to find Freeman. But it makes perfect sense as part of a broader investigation into exactly what happened during those chaotic moments at 10:30
The bell rings. The
a.m.
bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That
They
pack.
know who fired
There's a
what
kick.
shots. They know that a friendly fire was involved.
Now's
And
the
they're
time to
choosing not to tell us because it's a ongoing
This
investigation.
might be it.
But when this case is
Scores the win. What a great team. It's hooked in deep.
if it turns out that friendly fire was involved,
Here are your winners.
Victor is
The
first.
team of Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hogan.
Conclusion. Desi Freeman has been missing for 80 days. The largest manhunt in Victorian history has found no trace of him. Either he's dead in the bush, or he escaped the area, or he's receiving help from someone who hasn't cracked under the pressure of a $1 million reward. Victoria Police conducted acoustic testing in early November, firing over 30 rounds into the bushland to analyze found patterns. They say it's about
The
understanding.
bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick.
Lights out.
The lights are out for Sokoa.
This obviously
Going for the cover. Shoulders are down.
Was friendly fire involved in the deaths of those 2 officers?
Got it. There's the winners of the tag match.
I think Victoria Police knows, and I think that's what this acoustic
Here are your
testing
winners.
is really about.
The team
The
of
truth will come out
Alistair
eventually.
Black, Bray
The
Wyatt.
question is whether Vic Pol will be honest about it now, or whether we'll have to wait for a trial or inquest to get real answers. For now, we're left with questions. And honestly, that's all I've got. Questions, but I think they're questions worth asking, and I think a lot of you agree. Thanks for watching Behind the Crime Scene. I know this one was different, more questioning than my usual videos, but this case demands questions, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Ice in their veins. That's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. There's a kick.
It's hooked in deep.
That's not being a conspiracy theorist. That's
Here are
being
your
a
winners.
critical thinker.
The team
Stay
of
safe, stay
Alistair Black,
skeptical,
Bray
and
Wyatt,
keep asking
and
questions.
Hogan.
Occult knowledge, by definition, is that which is hidden from ordinary view. Throughout history, humanity has sought to uncover these hidden truths through practices ranging from ancient mysticism through modern manifestation. Some of these beliefs remain on the fringe, while others have quietly shaped philosophies, religions, and even scientific thought. Began claiming that they'd found sealed-off entrances,
Ice in their veins. That's perhaps
strange
the
air
only way to
vents,
describe
or
this version of the
heavy-duty doors
bloodline.
in great
Cold-blooded.
response around.
There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Generators.
Going for the cover.
Now, there's also the theory that these pedals are still being used today.
And that's it. Scores the win for the team. It's hooked in deep.
Classified materials that
Here are your winners. The team of
and underground mining, the idea honestly doesn't sound completely impossible. But anyways, the theory is basically that there's an entire underground world beneath Birmingham that was built for national security reasons, but has since been kept hidden from the public. And depending on who you ask, it might still be active today. Before we move on to Alaska, please make sure that you guys are subscribed because it really helps me and the channel, and it also makes it so that you guys never miss a future upload.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick and black mass.
Put a bow on it. This one's wrapped up.
He wants to end this.
Taken by a series of brutal acts and murders. Now, between 1918 and
attacking them with an axe as they slept. Now, the majority of the victims were either immigrants from Italy, and that caused many to assume that the murders had to do
It's gonna
something with
be a
organized
chill
crime.
grind
Now, the
today.
irony was
Just
that absolutely nothing was ever taken
what are
from
the
the
little
homes,
noises?
and in
I
most
believe not
cases, the
Russian.
murderer would employ the victim's own axe from their home. Now, one of the biggest theories is that the Axeman was linked to the Mafia. Now, because most victims were immigrants from Italy, some think that the Axeman was sent as a warning or
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cold-blooded, remorseless, and willing to do anything to stake their claim here in WWE.
Come on, Cole, that's what the bloodline has always been about. Just because this version of the crew is unapologetic about that fact. Black might have brought this to a close. What a match, and what a great team.
Here are your winners.
Make sure
The team of Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
In Australia back in 1978. He was flying a small Cessna over Bass Strait, a stretch of water between the mainland and Tasmania. It was a routine training flight, and he radioed into Melbourne air traffic control. He reported seeing a strange craft hovering above him. He said it wasn't an airplane, and it didn't look like anything he recognized. Controllers on the ground could hear the worry in his voice as he described the object circling around his plane. He kept saying that it wasn't an aircraft, and that it was moving in ways that his plane couldn't. Then came the part that made this more than just a strange sighting. Valentich said that the object was playing games with him. It was darting around and shining a green light at him. And just before his transmission cut off, he said, "It's not an aircraft." Now, what followed was a burst of metallic scraping sounds, and then after that, it was just silent.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again inside the ring.
The latest incarnation of the bloodline only has one motive: total destruction. Doesn't matter who you are, you will come to respect the
oh my god.
It's a savage approach, but the bloodline has certainly become one of the most... there's a kick and lights out. No, it's a habit. That's going to do it. Going for the cover. Shoulders are down.
Wow, got it. Big time tag team win.
Here are your winners. The team of Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt.
Identified. It has such speed. It's before me right now, Melvin. How large would the object be? Seems like it's stationary. What it's doing right now is orbiting. The thing is just orbiting on top of me. It's also got a green light and a sort of metallic light. It's shiny on the outside. It's just vanished. It's going to hovering on top of me again. It's hovering and it's not an aircraft.
Search teams went out looking for him, but no wreckage was ever found. There was no sign of Valentich, and there was no sign of his plane. That gap in evidence opened the door for conspiracies. I mean, some say that his plane was taken by a UFO, and that the sound on the radio was proof of contact. Others claim that he staged his disappearance, or that he simply got disoriented and crashed into the water. But what keeps the case alive is the lack of answers. I mean, the official reports listed it as a disappearance, but the radio transcripts have been studied endlessly, and the strange sounds at the end only deepen the mystery. The Valentich case became one of the most famous UFO-linked vanishings, and it leaves the same question hanging. Was this an accident, or was something not from this world involved? The gas station theory. The theory says that Earth wasn't always special or important. In fact, for most of the universe's history, Earth was basically just a pit stop. The theory explains that advanced alien civilizations have been traveling through space for ages, even way before humans ever existed. And Earth was just one of those places that they stopped to rest or refuel or to, collect resources. Quite literally a gas station. I mean, sitting on a space highway. Earth wasn't really too exciting to them. It was just convenient, like that 7-Eleven you hit up every day for a pack of wintergreens, Now, here's where, things kind of take a turn in this theory. So, according to the theory, aliens had been using Earth as this refueling stop for millions of years. You know, maybe they were just collecting water or mining rare elements or, you know, taking a piss break, you know, whatever it may be. Now, one of the big destinations in this theory is Planet Kolob, which is a name sometimes linked to old religious texts or sci-fi ideas. But here it's basically used as the next major stop in the galaxy. So it goes Earth, and then, you know, they hit the 7-Eleven, they get their wintergreens, they take a piss, and then they go back to this planet, or I guess not go back, but then they go to this planet. So aliens kept, you know, swinging by Earth, they were doing their thing, there was no problems. But then at some point, you know, there was something pretty unexpected that happened. It was that, you know, early humans started to evolve, and they were evolving pretty damn fast. The theory says that from the aliens' point of view, this was a complete surprise. Like, it's like, you know, stopping at a gas station one day and finding out that all of the ants living in those little cracks have suddenly built a, you know, massive city around the 7-Eleven, and they invented nuclear power. Or like the unhoused fellas at the 7-Eleven, you know, built a apartment complex right next to the 7-Eleven and, you know, somehow have nukes or something like that. Anyways, the theory also explains that aliens didn't see it coming, and now, I mean, they have a problem. I mean, Earth isn't just, you know, a 7-Eleven anymore. It's home to a species that's, you know, building rockets, that's detecting strange signals, and that are, you know, just asking all these questions. So now the aliens have to either stay hidden, avoid us, or, you know, figure out what to do about it. That's why the theory says that UFO sightings have increased in recent history. You know, it's not an invasion, it's aliens checking in on a spot that they used to come visit all the time, only now it's, you know, crawling with unpredictable humans. You know, what used to be a quiet gas station turned into a zoo exhibit that they just, you know, can't ignore. You know, it's like your neighborhood 7-Eleven is getting renovations, and you're like, damn, like, I'm not gonna go in there because it's a little too fancy for me. But, I mean, look at it. That was my 7-Eleven, and now it's a fucking Marriott. Quantum time travel. Quantum time travel is a concept that comes out of quantum mechanics, the branch of physics that deals with the behavior of matter and energy on the smallest scales. Unlike classical time travel theories, which tend to follow rigid rules about fixed timelines or branching universes, quantum time travel suggests that the weird probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics would make time travel possible, while also sidestepping some of the usual paradoxes. At its heart, I mean, quantum mechanics works very differently from our everyday sense of cause and effect. In the quantum world, particles can exist in multiple states at once, meaning they can influence each other instantly across great distances, and the outcome of an event isn't determined until it's measured. These principles open up strange possibilities for how time might work at the smallest scales. One of the key ideas in quantum time travel comes from the many worlds interpretation. This says that every possible outcome of every quantum event actually happens, but in separate parallel universes. In the context of time travel, this means if you go back in time and make a change, you don't rewrite your own past, you simply move into a different quantum branch where your new actions are a part of the history. From this perspective, paradoxes like killing your grandfather before your parent is born are impossible, because the moment you make that change, you've shifted into a universe where you
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. The elephant just turned the lights out. Goes to the cover. Shoulders are down.
Big time win in this tag team match. It's hooked in deep.
And there's one version that says in quantum CTC
Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hogan.
The bloodline taking the loss in this one.
Tonight was not the Bloodline's night, and there's no way they're going to just accept that.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely not.
A particle going back in time can interact with its past self in ways that always remain logically consistent, thanks to the probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics. This means you could, in theory, send information or matter back in time without creating contradictions, because the quantum system would self-adjust to avoid paradoxes. Now, an example would be, you know, suppose you try to use a quantum time travel machine to send a message to your past self, telling them not to build a time travel machine. In classic physics, this would create a paradox. You know, if you never built the machine, then how did you send the message?
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. The lights are out for Sakura. Going to the cover. Shoulders are down.
Wow, got it. Big time tag team win.
For example, there have been full experiments and
the team
scale
up,
simulations
Alistair Black,
testing new
Bray
kits
Wyatt,
and quantum information
and
back in time with ascending physical objects. This is tied to quantum teleportation, where information about a particle state is transmitted instantly across space. Some theorists have proposed that similar principles could be used across time, essentially communicating with the past at the quantum level. If quantum time travel were real, it would have massive implications. I mean, it would mean that changing the past is possible, but only in the sense of stepping into a different version of reality. Your original timeline would still exist, untouched,
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again inside the ring.
The latest incarnation of the bloodline only has one mode: total destruction. Doesn't matter who you are, you...
There's a kick and a block match. Lights out.
Feeling like it's over for Sikoa.
shoulders down, this might do it.
And it's over. Big tag team win there. It's hooked in deep.
Theoretically, quantum physics gives us a way to
Here are your
imagine
winners.
time travel that's
The team up, Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt, and
step
Hook.
into a time machine and change the past type of scenario. Bigfoot is real. Bigfoot, who is often described as a huge, hairy, ape-like being, is said to live deep in forests, mostly in North America. The theory proposes that Bigfoot is a real, undiscovered species, hiding from humans and avoiding detection. Now, many people have reported sightings of a large creature that doesn't match any known animal, and these reports come from remote wilderness areas where people spend a lot of time outdoors.
Ice in their
like
veins,
the
that's
Pacific
perhaps the only way
Northwest.
to describe this version of the
Bigfoot
bloodline.
as
Cole,
towering.
there's a kick and a block match. Lights out.
That's good. Put Soto down for good.
Now adjust the cover. Can he keep him down?
Got it. There's the winners of the tag match. It's hooked in deep.
Avoiding campsites in nosy areas. There are also stories of strange vocalizations like intervals or growls believed to be communication between Bigfoots. That's plural for Bigfoot, Bigfoots, or big feet. I don't know what the plural is, but it doesn't matter. These sounds are sometimes captured on audio recordings by researchers exploring wilderness areas. Physical evidence, like large footprints, hair samples, and blurry photos or videos, add to the mystery. The footprints show signs of being made by a heavy walking creature with a foot structure different from humans. The theory also mentions that government agencies or scientific organizations might be covering up Bigfoot's existence to avoid public panic, or because of lack of concrete proof. Keeping it secret might also, be to protect the creature's habitat from exploitation. And Bigfoot is sometimes connected to local legends and Native American folklore, which talk about giant forest beings. This links the creature to cultural history, suggesting it's more than just a modern myth. The smiley face drownings. The smiley face drownings conspiracy theory is about a pattern of young men who are usually college-aged who go missing after a night out of drinking and are later found
The
dead
bloodline
in
looks as
rivers,
menacing as ever
lakes,
as they
or
prepare
other
to
bodies of
establish their
water.
dominance once
Now,
again.
on the surface,
There's a
the
kick
case
and block match. Lights out. Does that close out for Black? Going for the cover. Solo shoulders it down.
It close to dozens, maybe even hundreds of these deaths
Scores the win. What a great team.
that show
It's hooked in
strange
deep.
similarities. The main detail is the smiley face. Near many of the locations where bodies were recovered, investigators and families have reported graffiti of a smiley face symbol. Sometimes it's painted on walls, sometimes drawn on nearby surfaces, and the theory claims that this isn't a coincidence. It's almost like a calling card. It suggests that there's an organized group, sometimes called the Smiley Face Killers, who stalk these men, abduct them, and then later dump their bodies in water to make it look like accidents. Now, supporters of the theory point out patterns. I mean, many victims were athletic, they were popular, and they fit a...
The bell rings, and the bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack. There's a kick and a block match. Lights out. The lights are out for Sikoa. Here's the cover.
Got it. What a match and what a great team. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team
Fallen into the water and drowned. The later claim is that this is a coordinated effort and not a single person. The network idea says that multiple killers in different cities may be connected, sharing methods and the smiley face symbol as their signature. Now, it's important to note that police and the FBI have mostly dismissed it, saying that there's no proof of a nationwide ring, just tragic accidents tied to alcohol. But the smiley face drownings conspiracy theory continues because the pattern
Ice in their veins. That's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cold. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. That's a game ender, gentlemen. Covering their opponent for the win. Save made by the teammates. Not a moment too soon.
Gets out of dodge. There was a call. Someone spike. Black got caught with all of it. After it ended there.
Fight down at 2.
So close. That could have been it. Oh, ouch.
A counter by one.
A clasp isn't a metal ship in the usual sense. It's a controlled distortion of
Going for the
space,
cover.
time, and energy.
Shoulders are down.
When it phases into a roll, we see, whatever
He made the save
intersects
just in
our
time.
senses. That could be
And Wyatt telling the crowd to watch him.
Even shapes that morph. Radar might catch them, they lose them. And that's because they're only, partly here. Now, the electromagnetic side effects, like dead car batteries, stopped watches, scrambled cameras,
We can sense the whole
explained as
WWE
fringe
universe
energy bleeding
behind
into
him
our
right
dimension.
now.
Missing time and altered perception during
There's a
close
kick and
encounters with this
black
energy.
mass. Lights out.
Time doesn't
Nobody's
flow
coming back from that.
dimensional forces against us. Some minutes can
Nasty
scratch
shot to the throat. These superstars are ready to take this fight
euphoria
wherever it
gets
wants to
framed
go.
as consciousness
Even
reacting
right
to
in
a
the
reality
announcer's area.
check. This also ties into portals and thin places. Basically, if certain locations
there's a
are
kick and
make
black
it
mass.
easier for
Lights out.
dimensions to overlap. Think of things like geomagnetic hotspots or strong
And they score the win.
more
What a
sightings
tag
would
match.
cluster there. Under this model, UFOs aren't mainly visitors from another star. They're visitors from another layer of reality that occasionally intersects with ours. The Doomsday Bunkers in Antarctica. The basic idea of the Antarctica Doomsday Bunkers is that
it would be a disappointment, but I wouldn't say that if it's Joe Hendry, because his name has literally been on everybody's mind. So, I don't know. We'll see. I guess at the end of the day, we'll see. I do not know the answer to that. And we'll find out soon enough. This is so exciting that we got the Twitch stuff and the YouTube all working and none of it's backfired. Maybe next week I should do TikTok too, and we'll stream to TikTok and Kick. I'll have 5 different things that I can stream to. Yo, what's going on, Voodoo Gaming? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Where are we at with the countdown to Netflix? So I got to be a little bit more. So Raw and Nick killed me last week, and it's funny. The week before, no issues. Then last week, crazy copyright issues.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Deep Black just put an end to this.
Going for the cover.
YouTube does the edits for the VOD. I don't know. We'll see what happens with Twitch.
And that's it. Scores the win for the team. It's hooked in deep.
Can't wait for SmackDown so I can see R-Truth. Maybe he'll wonder why. There will be some comments about his balls in Nick Aldis. Maybe Nicky James can come around after he's holding R-Truth's balls. The Eagle this week was easy to evolve. Good. We'll be doing that tomorrow. We'll do it on a stream tomorrow. So very, very excited about that. Yo, what's going on, Charger? Welcome to the stream, my friend. So yes, we got going a little bit early through just while we're waiting for it to come together. I threw a new little screen together which airs your support helps keep my faction reaction going strong. I appreciate each and every one. So I put this together for our members on the channel, and this will now play automatically after the intro. So very happy about that. It'll do the intro scene and then go into this. So did a little bit of work on that. We got the multi-streaming going, which is good. So I'm very happy about that. So this one back. Brad, how are you doing, my friend? Charger, I'll give you the play-by-play. Raw is about to start at the current moment in time. So you've got a few seconds here. Awesome. You know what? That's the way to do it, Voodoo. That's the way to do it, my friends. Yeah, I don't expect much from Twitch. We really got to grow the Twitch audience.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Dominating maneuver could end things. Looking to end this once and for all.
So, Charlie, that is it. That I updated. It's going to happen after everything, so we'll be doing these videos and stuff. But it's going to basically just thank channel members and people who are supporting the channel, which I really do appreciate. So, and shout-outs, because I promised shout-outs and I don't think I've been doing them. So, anyways, that's my thank you to members of the channel. That'll air at the beginning of every video. So, okay, I'm going to unmute it in 2 seconds here. Okay, let's unmute it. I'm going to try and talk over. I don't know. I got to figure out the right things here. Because this Travis Scott song playing in the background is copyright.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cold-blooded, remorseless, and willing to do anything to stake their claim here. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Last might have brought this to a close.
Let's see this now. They're being wrecked by Cecil. Looks like the Yankees separately here. Becky Lynch said about something.
A tag match we just saw. It's hooked in deep.
She's walking through the ring there. She's very upset about something. Yeah, I can't put Raw on screen. That would get me in a lot of trouble, and I think I'd get taken down pretty immediately. Unfortunately, I can have the audio come through, although I'm very curious about what's going to happen with the VOD from Twitch. I don't know. We'll find out.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cold-blooded. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
He goes for the pin.
Could this be it? And that's it. Scores the win for the team. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
The bloodline got bested in this one.
The bloodline is incensed. They really thought they had this one in the bag.
Well, no disrespect to the bloodline, but we all know what they say about assuming.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. Aleister just turned the lights out. This could do it for the win.
Got it. There's the winners of the tag match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
The Bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick. Black Mass! Lights out. There is no coming back from that. Looking to put this one away here.
Big time win in this tag team match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
The Bloodline taking the loss in this one.
The Bloodline is incensed. They really thought they had this one in the bag.
Well, no disrespect to the Bloodline, but we all know what they say about assuming.
Ice in their veins. That's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cold. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. Checkmate. It's over. Oh, yeah, that's got it. Oh.
Can this be it? Is this the end? Wow, got it. Big time tag team win.
Here are your winners. The team of Alistair.
Ice in their veins. That's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cold. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Goodbye and good night.
Going to the cover. Shoulders are down.
And they score the win. What a tag match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Alistair Black.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. And there's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Feeling like it's over for Sokoa.
Takes the pin. This might be it.
Comes out on top in this tag team match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt, and
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. And there's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
That's going to keep Sokoa down.
Going to the cover. Shoulders are down.
Scores the win. What a great team. It's hooked in deep.
here are your winners. The team of Alistair Black.
The bell rings. The bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Feeling like it's over for Sokoa. He's going for the pin. Got it. What a tag match we just saw. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of
The Bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Black might have brought this to a close.
Here we go. He thinks this is it.
And it's over. Big tag team win there.
Here are your winners. The Team Up.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the Bloodline. Cold blood. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
The lights are out for Sikoa.
Shoulders are down.
Is this the end? Got it. There's the winners of the tag match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The Team Up. Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
Big win for these three here tonight. Tonight was not the Bloodline's night, and there's no way they're going to just accept that.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely not.
The bell rings. The Bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack mentality in full force here.
You have to remember, Cole.
There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Does that close out for Black?
Going for the cover. Solo shoulders are down.
And it's over. Big tag team win there. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The Team Up. Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the Bloodline. Cold-blooded, remorseless, and willing to do anything to stake their claim here in WWE.
Come on, Cole. That's what the Bloodline is all.
There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
That has to be the end right there.
And going for the cover. Solo shoulders are down. Making the save there. There are a lot of combinations in a six-man tag match. What's your best course of action here?
You have to know everyone's weaknesses in the ring. Not just your teammates, but your opponents too. If you keep that in mind throughout the six-man match, you can prevent any mismatches.
Producing a trampling.
A flurry of brutality.
Yank right. There's a kick.
Announce desk.
I don't know what's coming next, but it's not good.
Wow, got it. Big time tag team win.
Here are your winners. The Team Up.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cold-blooded, remorseless, and willing to do anything to stake their claim here. There's a kick and Black Mass!
Lights out. Feeling like it's over for Sikoa.
Getting right off the apron. Going for the cover. Solo shoulders her down.
And they score the win. What a tag match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
The bell rings. The bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That Pac-Man. There's a kick and Black Mass.
Lights out. Turn the lights out. Pin, shoulders down. I put him away right now. Big time win in this tag team match.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
These three have to be happy with their performance here tonight. The bloodline is incensed. They really thought they had this one in the bag.
Well, no disrespect to the bloodline, but we all know what they say about assuming.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. Aleister just turned the lights out. Going for the cover. Solo shoulders her down.
Got it. What a match and what a great team. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black.
The bell rings. The bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That Pac. There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out.
That's got to be it.
Going for the cover. Solo shoulders her down. And keeps his partner alive. Ooh, he fends that off.
Back elbow puts a stop to things.
Setting it up. Big brain buster. Transitions to the cover.
But is it enough? comes out on top in this tag team match.
Here are your winners, the team of Aleister Black.
The Bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. And there's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. Black might have brought this to a close. Yet, shut the door. This could be over.
And that's it. Scores the win for the team. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners, the team of
ice in their veins. That's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the Bloodline. Cold. There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. That's got to be the end right there. Right up the apron. Oh, no. Going for the cover. Solo. Shoulders are down. Oh, a kick out, a kick out, a kick out.
I thought for sure he was done. It's hooked in deep.
Will Wyatt end it here? They're feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down. There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. The lights are out. Makes the cover. He makes the save.
Better late than never. I don't think Sikoa is aware of the danger that's coming.
Unleashing a barrage on their opponent.
And Tama Tonga won't be having a good night if he allows more offense like that.
And that was Hulkster showing all that training.
From behind, Schoolboy.
Shoulders down.
For the win.
Hogan can taste it now.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now.
No one can.
Setting it up. Brain buster.
There's two.
Scores the win. What a great team.
Here are your winners, the team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
That's a big victory for these three here tonight. Never a good thing when the Bloodline doesn't get their way. There will be hell to pay for this.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cole, there's a kick and black mass! Lights out! That's one hell of an exclamation mark. Cole, this could be all over.
And it's over. Big tag team win there. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt.
The bell rings. The bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. Does that close it out for Black? He's eyeing the 3 count here.
Comes out on top in this tag team match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cole, there's a kick and black mass. Lights out. Will that be the deciding factor? The cover. The cover.
Wow, got it. Big time tag team win.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. Will that be it? Will that be enough? It could be it for the 3 count.
And that's it. Scores the win for the team. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of
The bell rings. The bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. That's going to keep Sikoa down. Tama fights back. Looking to put the match away here.
Big time win in this tag team match.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. And there's a kick and black mass. Lights out. Did Black just put an end to this? He might have him.
How in the world did he kick out there?
Are you kidding me?
It's hooked in deep.
And that can vanquish both arms trapped, and what's next? Tied up and a headbutt from behind. My goodness! Headbutt!
Waist lock. Able to counter. Look at fighting out
From the opposition.
showing no signs of defense here, guys. Attacking the knee.
Muay Thai knee strikes left and right. From the top. What? From all the way up. Wasted no time flying out to the floor. Oh my goodness. Just punishing their opponent.
Tossed back into the ring.
Unleashing a barrage on their opponent.
And Tama fights back. Brain buster. And right away into the pin. But no, helping their teammate out there. Uh-oh.
Each superstar trying to counter and gain an advantage.
Oh, and fights back. Yanked right off the apron.
Oh, no.
Boom, face first. Tama taking on some damage.
He's preparing for something. And there's the Uranagi. Landed him. No, please, don't come over here. Why, Saxton? We got the best seats in the house.
Not a good spot to be in. And some effective offense for that one. What reflexes to stop Sikoa?
Uh-oh. What's coming next?
A back suplex.
From behind. Back suplex.
Oh, he cuts it off.
Uh-oh. Alistair had that right scouted.
Suplex attempt. Able to go behind, though. Into a chop block. Connects. Saw it coming. And Wyatt falls to a counter.
Both sides with an answer to every piece of offense. A complete stalemate of reversals here. Neither one giving an inch.
What an elbow right to the chest.
Double axe handle. He tags out. Cinching in a waist lock, but right hands manages to fight out with a...
There's a kick and black mass. Going for the 3 count. Shoulders down.
Got it. What a tag match we just saw. Look at this power slam.
Here are your winners. The team of Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
A disappointing result for the Bloodline in this one.
Tonight was not the Bloodline's night, and there's no way they're going to just accept that. Oh, yeah, absolutely not.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the Bloodline. Cold. There's a kick and black mass.
Lights out. Did Black just put an end to this? He's thinking he can end it here. Got it. There's the winners of the tag match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Alistair Black, Bray Wyatt.
The bloodline looks as menacing as ever as they prepare to establish their dominance once again. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Now is the time to capitalize.
Yeah, right up the apron.
Oh, no. He's making his move.
For the win. Oh, my Lord. How in the world is he still going?
Holy moly, how?
Solo setting it up. Look at this. Leg drop. It's effective. The Hulkster could. And here's the cover.
Could be it.
Into the cover. Makes the save, and they continue this match. Ooh. Oh, stop right to the hand.
This match is spilled out to our announcer's area.
Let's hope they take it back in the ring.
Oh, man.
Okay, this is just a little bit dirty. Oh. Very effective, though. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. That can certainly do it. Stops the pin.
He almost had him.
There's a kick and black mass. Lights out.
Feeling like it's over for Sikoa.
For good measure. Tama taking out some damage.
That's the kind of ability Wyatt is looking to show tonight.
There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. Does that close the cover?
Scores the win. What a great team.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black.
The bell rings. The bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. Black might have brought this to a close. This is it. He could put him away right here.
And they score the win. What a tag match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister.
Ice in their veins. That's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cold. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. That has to be the end right there. He might have him here. Is this it?
Comes out on top in this tag team match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of
The bell rings. The bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack. There's a kick and black mass. Lights out. Black might have brought this to a close. Going for the cover. Solo shoulders her down.
Got it. What a tag match we just saw.
Here are your winners. The team of
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cold blood. There's a kick and blood mass. Lights out. That's going to keep Sikoa down. Hope he narrows it up. Was it?
Scores the win. What a great team. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
Ice in their veins, that's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the bloodline. Cold blood. There's a kick and blood mass. Lights out. The lights are out for Sikoa. Going for the cover. Solo shoulders her down. Oh, got the shoulder up just at the last minute at 2.5. He kicked out. Bray may have sealed things up. He's able to counter that. Just attacking the legs. Face first with a waistlock takedown. Oh, knee to the jaw.
Sent into the stairs. That'll stop anybody. Is that all she wrote for Tanga Loa? My goodness.
No ifs about it. That's going to do it.
Oh, right into a counter. Oh, they might be able to put this one away right here. He comes to the rescue for his team.
Wyatt's got the claw hooked. It's hooked in deep.
Did Bray end it there?
Setting it up. Brain buster. And Tama Tonga reverses.
Whoa, drop kick all the way to the outside.
And Tama Tonga won't be having a good night if he allows more offense like that.
Yeah, watching Black work the opposition.
There's a kick and blood mass.
Lights out. The lights are out for Sikoa.
There's a kick and blood mass.
Lights out. That can certainly do it.
Wasting no time. Shoulders are down. Aleister Black just almost knocked him out. Goes down face first from the gourd buster. There's a kick and blood mass. He goes for the pin.
Could this be it? Cover. And it's over. Big tag team win there.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hulk Hogan.
The bloodline got bested in this one.
The bloodline is incensed. They really thought they had this one in the bag.
Well, no disrespect to the bloodline, but we all know what they say about assuming.
The bell rings. The Bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack mentality in full force here.
You have to remember. What a counter by Black.
There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. Dominating maneuver could end things.
This could be it. He can win it all here.
Big time win in this tag team match. It's hooked in deep.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and
The bell rings. The Bloodline will surely be looking to run roughshod in this match. That pack.
There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. Does that close it out for Black?
Pin. This could be it.
And they score the win. What a tag match. It's hooked in deep.
here are your winners. The team of Aleister.
Ice in their veins. That's perhaps the only way to describe this version of the Bloodline. Cold.
There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. That's going to keep Sikoa down.
Going for the cover. Solo shoulders are down. Saving his team from defeat.
Bray's feeling a sense of confidence here. Oh, goodness, what a moonsault.
I don't think Sikoa is aware of the danger that's coming.
He avoids the Heister setting it up.
Yeah.
Kicks out.
What do you have to do to put this guy?
Solo setting it up. Look at this series of Samoan spikes.
My goodness. Son.
Here's the cover. Solo for the win.
Uh-oh. Don't bring the fight over here.
Better clear out, guys.
Ooh. Caught the leg.
Battle of counters. No one's getting their full offense in. Put in the corner now. This mantling the arm in the corner.
Face first.
Gosh, big elbow.
Uh-oh, look out. Spiked with a Uranagi.
Tama Tonga doesn't seem as composed after that attack.
And Wyatt was just doing what he does best, inflicting punishment and loving every second of it. Cashing in on that effort.
There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. Feeling like it's over for Sikoa. Oh, man. And Sikoa is starting to show the effects of this match. There's a kick and Black Mass. Lights out. Did Black just put an end to this? Got it. There's the winners of the tag match.
Here are your winners. The team of Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, and Hogan.
Nice teamwork by these three to pick up the win.
Tonight was not the Bloodline's night, and there's no way they're going to just accept that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not.